Are you tired of not being able to see inside of your Excursion at night? Well, I'm Bryce from Geeks 4x4, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to put cat eye LEDs in the overhead console light in your front row. Okay, so I have my overhead console here on the bench, and we're looking at the wires for the original lights. Now, these, even with LEDs, are super dim, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm going to show you guys how to take this apart. I'm going to undo this plug right here, which is actually pretty hard to get off. And this is the plug that plugs into the original strip. And trying to get it down below. That side moves, this side doesn't want to. There it goes. Still not moving on this side. I'm gonna pick this up. And it was hitting as I was pushing it down too far. Okay, so there is my plug here. The last video I made, I definitely wired this wrong. This truck I'm not going to. This is my white one. So the gray is for the passenger side, and that's gonna go to this light bulb. And then the brown, I guess it is. It looked orange in the 2000 truck, but it's brown. And that's gonna go to the light bulb that's on this side. Now down in here, we're gonna also pull these out. Well, let's flip around here. And somebody's gonna be really sad because this is a good working strip here that I'm just gonna pull out. And it's probably not gonna be good working by the time we get it out of here. We'll see. If it is, you're welcome to hit me up. Nah, see, it was broken too. I was just barely holding it together with the light. If you do want this, you can let me know, but it's broken down here, just like all the rest of them. So I'm gonna pull that out of the way. And then down in this corner here, there is a little like tab. And I think, where does it go this way? I don't remember which way I pulled these out. Well, it comes out the top easier. So this is the kit thing that you want. And then, so it's just kind of a pry on the top piece, and the whole plastic piece slides out of there, and then it has this other little clip on the bottom. So this goes down in the bottom. I'm gonna set this off to the side. There's the LEDs that I had in there. I could have used bigger ones, I guess, but I'm just gonna upgrade to the cat eye setup. Using these cat eyes, I will link them in the description for you guys so you can buy them. And then basically they're just gonna go through. I think I popped the whole thing off on the last truck. I'm gonna take this, and you're kind of gonna have to pry it off around these little plastic things. And I don't know, let's do that. Let me go grab the right tools, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna work this out really slowly with you guys. Try not to break this thing. Remember, these are 25-year-old plastics, people, so take your time. If they break, they break, but take your time. I don't know. I wasn't gonna try and use my knife blade because I bought a Leatherman, so I'm not supposed to be using the knife for stuff, you know, other than knife things. And some things you just still need a knife for to get in. So that got in there, pulled that one off. Let's see what I can do here. Hopefully I'm in the camera. Yeah, so I'm just sticking the knife underneath and prying those guys off. I think, maybe, yeah, I can just do 2 of them. And then I'm gonna need a washer. Grab a 3/8 washer. Just like that, the magic of editing. I'm back. That didn't take me 30 seconds. Definitely did. Anybody else just like, yeah, I want the perfect washer, but I also want it to match the other one. I definitely need it to match. I'm one of those guys that wants things to match if I'm ever going to pull this apart again. So essentially, that's what we're doing here. We're taking this down, and it's going to fit nice. It actually has little grooves on it. We're going to push it into that when we tighten it down. So need the washer, though, for the back. I got the most heavy-duty grade 8 washer. Definitely need a grade 8. If you're not using a grade 8, it's going to fall apart. I mean, this is obviously really, really strong needed in this part of the truck. Definitely need the strongest you can get. For sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, now we're putting this nut on. It'd be easier if we took the whole case off. I don't want to. It's my nice truck. I'm trying to keep it, like, all this stuff nice. And You know, even doing a mod like this that messes things up terrifies me a little bit, but I'm sick of having it dark in there, and I want it to be nice and light. Now it's going to be like annoyingly light, because these are really nice. Okay, I'm going to do the magic of editing again, and I need to go get the right wrench. Aha, magic of editing. Well, I actually didn't have to edit that out. I just paused the recording and then hit it again. Alright, tighten this down, and then I'm going to shove this wire through the back of my little thing. In all seriousness, I guess you could just take this completely off and not put it back on. You need a Leatherman to do this, for sure. All the tools in the garage are right over there, but I'm just going to use the handy-dandy Leatherman and push these back on and then kind of crimp them back down so that it looks factory. And there's one of them completed. So, simple as that. They just go back in like this and like that, and that one is it. So, got a positive and a negative up here. We'll deal with that in just a second. I'm gonna speed through this one. I'll leave the camera rolling. You guys are entertained. I'm the most entertaining person around. Now we're back. Putting this down in there. Hopefully this is still in the camera. And clipping that in. Okay, so here's the part that everybody is probably the most worried about on all these things is wiring. And wiring really isn't that hard, folks. Just take your time. Make sure that you understand what you're doing before you start cutting. So, I'm going to tell you. It'll be super easy. We know that this is the ground because it's black. It's really hard to tell. I know. Very difficult. Ground is black. So that's our ground. We also know that these wires are super long. We don't want that. We probably want enough that I can like zip tie it over here though. So we're going to make this. We're going to come cut this here. And same thing. Bring this over here. Cut him about here. Okay? Okay, great. We have the wires shortened. Now, you're going to take your wire stripper. You're going to go larger than what you know both the wires are. So you can take both of these wires out of here. These are little tiny wires. It's kind of annoying. Hoping I can even get them into the crimp. I don't know that I can. I think they're going to end up getting soldered. So, prepare to solder. For me, 12 gauge is working great. I don't know if I'm giving myself enough tail. Definitely didn't give myself enough tail on this side. Okay, so there's that. And then up in here, I don't know what size this is, so it's maybe not the smallest on my thing. We might be able to crimp. Man, it's just so small. These little tiny wires like this can be quite annoying. Actually, I need to go get my smaller wire strippers. So, magic of editing. Okay, so now we're back. I got my soldering gun over here now, and I have a really small pair of wire strippers. I will put a link in the description for a tinier pair of wire strippers, just in case you don't have them. This thing goes to 0.25, 30 gauge wire. So I actually got it to work on a computer years ago that I fixed in a classroom as a kid. And I am using it now in the garage on wires that are way too small to do things with. And I wish these companies would give us a little bit bigger wire on some of these darn things, because it is really hard to deal with a wire that... Can you even see that in the camera? Like, the wire is so dang small. So we're just going to join the two negatives together. We just need a common ground. That's why ground is called common at the same time. because it's called ground. And then I'm going to, well, I'm going to hope that they actually twist together. And then I'm going to put them in here. And probably do a little bit more twisting. It's going to be blue. I have a bin of really old heat shrink that is all tiny stuff. And it's really annoying because it only fits the smallest of wires, but I'm out of the colors that seems like I use now. And so anyway, you guys get to be entertained by me having random colors. Just live on each other. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Get some flux out. Get my solder out. And try and make this to where it's not just laying down on the thing. Heat the solder gun up. I still use this guy, this old guy here. This is what I learned to solder with, and it's what I've been soldering with since. I know it takes a minute to warm up. I know it's not the perfect thing. I know some people don't like it. Good thing I'm not some people. This is what my dad taught me how to solder on. Dad's gone. The soldering iron's still around. And that's gonna lay real nice. That's definitely not gonna be able to be put with that there tiny little thing I just put on it, but let's see what we can do. My dad taught me how to solder one day after I had the guy at the hobby shop tell him what was wrong with his soldering. I learned how to solder that day. Ah, yes. Just like I planned it. So simple. So easy. It's great. And just like that, only 8 tries later, we have the new setup. I'm gonna probably put some zip ties. And yeah, try and keep these little tiny wires straight if you can. I don't know. I don't like laying them on their side and like making a big bend in them at the end like that. So I think I'm going to throw a zip tie right in here. And maybe that will keep these things a little bit straighter by pulling them. And then drop this thing back in, show you guys the finished product. All right. Okay, here's how bright it is inside here. It's not even fully dark yet, as you can tell. I didn't want to wait that long, but look at how much light I have down here comparatively to even the back with the other bulbs and stuff in the back. So I gotta mess with that. It's almost gonna be too bright, but it's gonna be nice to be able to see in this thing. So not a bad job at all. Wiring can be a little bit difficult for people, but luckily I showed you guys exactly how to do it and got it set up. I even wired the switches right this time. This is the second video I made on these. I did one in Bob, and this is the first one in here. And I did it right. Essentially the light across from the switch needs to go to the switch that you're doing. So it's kind of crisscross in there. But anyway, it's done. You've done it. Nice work. And don't forget, there are links in the description if you still need to buy those and get this thing done. Definitely a huge upgrade. It's almost too bright in there now. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you got any value out of this content. I am the excursion guy here on the internet, trying to help you guys keep these excursions on the road. Join the Stay in Store community if you want a closer chat with me. And we will see you guys next time on the channel or in the Stay in Store community. Oh, wait a second. There's an excursion event, April 9th through the 12th. Maris Adventure Park in Texas. It is going to be epic. I'm not going to be there with this truck. I'm going to be there with Bob. It's going to be amazing. If you don't know what Bob is, look it up on the channel, the Bob Excursion. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching all the stuff.